After Bitcoin's recent decline, we've seen a bottom and we're already starting to bounce. Now, this is good news if you were looking for a little bit of a pullback ahead of a very nice potential rally, and that's what I believe we could have on our hands right here. Now, unfortunately, this pullback, guys, watching Bitcoin go from 109,000 to 103,000 has spooked a lot of people. It's taken us back into a neutral situation, a level of 55 in terms of the overall fear and greed index. Now, of course, CoinStats shows it as a level of greed, but if you come out here and you look at CoinMarketCap, it shows it as a level of 55 neutrality. People are indecisive once again. They don't know if they should be buying. They don't know if they should be selling. Guys, Bitcoin is still doing a phenomenal job. Look at this. If this was last week, we would be testing all-time high levels of resistance. Now we're using it as all-time high levels of support. So we're going to be talking about it in this video. We're going to be talking about Shiba Inu coin in this video because the whales, yes, even the whales have begun to panic sell. So let's pick up their pieces. Let's get these gains and let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. Now, sorry, my voice is coming back a little bit. I know that this video may not sound like it normally does, but I do feel a lot better than yesterday so far. And hopefully I don't ruin that by talking so much. Now, we're going to jump into Shiba Inu coin whales selling, the burn rate slowing. But before we do that, I want to highlight Doge Inu. Doge Inu is a brand new project that you guys can get into if you would like. These guys are building an entire ecosystem around their token, Doge Inu. So think of like a mix between Dogecoin and Shiba Inu coin. Right? Clearly, you've got the Doge logo here, and you've got a Shiba Inu coin-inspired ecosystem with social media platforms, AI, blockchains, NFTs, and so on. Now, if you guys are interested, you can connect your wallet, and then from there, I like to use Wallet Connect and scan this QR code with the best wallet on my phone. So if you guys need to download that, you got a link to download it. But nonetheless, I believe the minimum is at 250 USDT. Purchase, so you guys can come in with 250 USDT and walk away with 49,730 Doge Inu tokens. If you check out their dashboard, all you gotta do is click Open App in the top right hand side of their screen. If you check out their dashboard, you can see that the current price is 0.05027. It is expected to launch at 1 cent, and they've got price predictions for 1.5 cents shortly after. Now, clearly, if those price predictions come true, you're going to see roughly a 200% increase on your investment, which would be beautiful and not out of reach during a bull market. Think about that. We know that so many tokens can go out there and double, triple in value during the excitement that bull markets bring. And one of the cool things, so you guys can go through, trade literally almost any crypto in your portfolio for Doge Inu if you would like. And these guys have 820,000 followers out on their X account. 820,000 followers, guys. These are a marketing powerhouse here, and their pinned post has 193,000 views. Very exciting times to be able to get into new projects, get into old projects, take some chances, and grab these opportunities, especially as Bitcoin is recovering off of this recent decline. But let's talk about Shiba Inu coin and what's really moving the price there, because as Bitcoin fell, Shiba Inu coin fell substantially as well, bringing us all the way back down yesterday to a level of about 1,200 points per coin. Now today, we're sitting at about 1,264 points per coin at a major level of support. So if you are looking to add more Shiba Inu coin to your portfolio, this could be a very good time to do so. But understand that this significant decline yesterday was caused in part by whales going out there and falling victim to the emotion and selling. It says the Shiba Inu coin price continued its strong downtrend on Saturday as whale investors sold and sentiment of the crypto industry worsened. Shiba Inu coin, the biggest meme coin on Ethereum's blockchain, dropped for 4 consecutive days to a low of about 1,238 points per coin, its lowest level since April 22nd. It has moved into a technical bear market, falling by almost 30% from its highest point in May. Shiba Inu coin's decline is mostly because of the ongoing crypto sell-off that has affected all types of coins. Bitcoin has dropped from an all-time high of 112,000 to 103,000, but it's already recovering to that 104,500 that we saw. Shiba Inu coin also crashed as its network faces substantial challenges. First, data shows that SHIB whales have been selling on a selling spree this year. Supply held by these investors started the year at 743 trillion and dropped to 723 trillion. 20 trillion Shiba Inu coins sold by these whales. Whale selling is a sign that they expect its price to keep. Oh, well, of course, if you're going to be selling an asset, you would expect the price to continue declining, and nobody's selling if they expect the price to continue rising. Second, Shibarium is not doing well. I'm not going to focus on that. Further, Shiba Inu coin token burn rate has lost momentum over the last couple of weeks. The single biggest burn this week was 18 million that happened on Wednesday. It was common for Shiba Inu coin to have over 1 billion burns just a couple of months ago. Now, it wasn't that common for billion SHIB burns to occur. There were a few projects that came in and did burn a few billion Shiba Inu coin, but that's not necessarily commonplace. Shiba Inu coin price analysis. The daily chart shows that Shiba Inu coin's price peaked at about 1750 on May 12th, and now it's sitting at about 1235, the lowest that it's been since April 22nd. Now, it moved below the 50-day moving average in the lower side of the rising wedge pattern. A rising wedge is a bearish pattern comprising of two ascending and converging trend lines. Therefore, Shiba Inu coin will likely continue falling with the next target below. Guys, I don't think it's going to go below 10 or 1,000 points per coin. If we're looking at Shiba Inu coin today, we can see that SHIB is holding up beautifully at this major level of support, 1,200 points per coin. It is going to be hyper-focused on Bitcoin. It is going to be hyper-focused on the overall crypto market, and it is going to be hyper-focused on sentiment. Right now, we are still neutral. We are not in bearish territory, and Shiba Inu coin can absolutely recover. So that is what I am betting on. I am betting on this industry bouncing back. I am betting on cryptocurrency for the long term, and I believe that this is essentially the equivalent to getting into the early internet. It's the equivalent of getting into the early tech industry, buying Microsoft and Apple and so on back in the 80s. This is the equivalent of getting in on an industry that is set to dominate the global market in the years to come. And therefore, I continue to buy. I continue to invest. Do I only own meme coins? No, but I do own a lot of them. I've done a very good job diversifying my portfolio. And if you guys want to diversify your portfolio, one of the best places that you can do so is the KSEX exchange. These guys offer Shiba Inu coin on up to 75x leverage and literally 0% futures fees. If you guys are looking at holding, especially long term, make sure to check out a wallet like Best Wallet. Holding on the blockchain assures that those coins are in your custody, your ownership, and nobody else can touch them. So let me know what you guys are doing down in the comments below, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.